Like, that was loud as shit.
Yeah, you were clapping on the mic.
All right. Hey, what's up? Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome
it's
to the
two guys in front of a window.
Two Guys, One Window. Welcome. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Shasta Market Man's podcast. I'm Dom. This is Nick. Together we're
Googling if that's a thing. Because,
That's not...
No, we're...
Together we're Dom and Nick, which means he is half of me. Because my name's Dominic, so he is worth half of me. This is our podcast where we talk about all the media we've consumed over the past 2 weeks. I probably should have said the name. This is a media... I said that.
No,
Whatever.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Say it again.
It's a...
Run it back.
Yeah, I did. Let's restart.
That'll be your blooper.
That's a long blooper. Should we just leave that in?
Sure.
What's up? Shasta I said Shasta Market Man podcast. It's not the Shasta Market Man podcast
It's
anymore.
not.
That was the old podcast we did years
Yeah,
ago.
gross.
Yeah, those are not good videos. This is a media dump podcast. This is a podcast where we talk about all the media we consumed over the past 2 weeks. But we're doing 4 weeks because
Somebody was sick.
I was sick. And work was busy and other stuff. Oh, no, never mind. The computer broke. That's what happened.
Yeah, blame it on the computer.
I will.
Also, it's kind of a thing, so you might want to bleep it.
The computer broke, and I got sick for a full week, and
I'll send Skylar the
I had
link.
work was crazy for like a weekend. Anyways, my cat's right there, like
Excuses.
cute as fuck. There we go. Put a
Go on.
picture in. All right. So usually we go through a bunch of topics, and our first topic is always board games. Nick, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
You can go first. I played one board
Why are you
game.
looking that way?
Because I'm looking at the recording to make sure everything's working.
You said what?
I played one board game.
One board game in a month?
Yep.
What'd you play?
You have my new board game, so I can't play that.
We played it once.
Yeah, we played it once. We count Magic as a board game, so Magic. That's literally...
Played one game of Magic?
No, I played for like 5 hours.
That's a lot.
It was just like one session.
Was it Gary?
Yep, it was
Was it
Geary.
just the same deck the one time? The whole
No,
time?
no, he swapped around some stuff. I swapped around some stuff.
Okay.
I
He was
love how I
just
said,
saying that
"You-"
Gary.
I love how I said you can go ahead, and then you just kept asking me questions.
Yeah.
No.
I want to know about you
Okay, thanks.
and your
bud.
life.
Thanks.
I'm curious.
I
That's
don't
why
wanna
we're
tell
here.
you.
Then why are we here?
I don't want to tell you. I want to tell them. The people.
What day was the last podcast?
A month ago.
Nick. So, August 13th was the last podcast. Today is September 10th. Jesus Christ.
We're close.
We played Dom, Flynn, and Skylar. We played
Who won?
Who won what?
Dom, Flynn, and Skylar.
Okay, so I played Carcassonne once. I won. We
Nice.
were playing wrong. You guys told us the wrong way to play.
Nope.
Everything. Yeah, you were.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You're wrong. Go on.
Apparently, when you finish a city,
Yeah,
you get 2 points for
Yeah.
everything, and that's not how we were playing.
that's exactly how we were playing.
No, we weren't.
That is exactly how we were playing.
We were playing 1 point per.
Hey, shut up. Or I'll throw
See?
you out.
We definitely weren't.
Prove it.
I can look at the scores.
Okay, you just suck.
Yeah, I won that game. We weren't playing the right way, but I won that game.
Well, that's your guys' fault.
I don't know. I've kind of weird on Carcassonne because the way we were playing, maybe playing with the 2 points would even out the points better, I think. But the way we were playing is I was like, I felt like the monasteries, whatever they're called, were just so powerful. And I was like crazy. Like if you draw like whatever Flynn drew like 3 in a row or whatever,
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay, you win. Like
Yeah.
the game's over. You know what I mean? Like no. So that's kind of annoys me a little bit, but.
Yeah.
I still liked it. It was still in. I still like it. We played Terraform Mars, Dom, Flynn, and Skylar. And Flynn won because he's a piece of shit.
So Skylar came over and was hanging out, and I told her when she left to take the first expansion. I think it's Towns and Knights or
She did
Towns
not
and.
take it.
She did. She probably just didn't say anything or just left it in the
It's
bag.
in her car.
Okay.
Oh, there's a bag out there that I don't know what's in it.
It might be in there, but it's a small set. It just adds more tiles.
Have you played with it?
No. I told her, I was like, you guys have the game, and you guys will probably play it before I will, so take the first expansion. I was going to ask how that went.
Didn't play. All right, and we played. Okay, I gotta get into it. All right, and we played with colonies. And that's if you remember, that's the one where there's a bunch of colonies, and you can go. So it puts down a bunch of one little tiles of each planet, and you can go to those planets and send cargo ships basically to get resources from those planets, and each planet is a different resource in the game. So there's like exactly whatever 12 resources in the game, and each planet is a different one of those resources. And and once again, the normal things with that bug me about Terraform Mars come up. It's kind of a lot of it depends on the card draw. So next time I play it, I'm going to try and play with drafting, which is apparently what all the YouTubers say is the way to play, is with drafting. And I think I don't actually know what it is, but I think what it is you pick up 4 and then you like pick 1 and then you pass it along to the next person. So I'm assuming it's something like that. And apparently that makes the game even out. Because Flynn, like I don't know, it's just kind of annoying because it's like I could play the whole game and then I don't, like I play the whole game and I don't draw a single card that gives me a victory point. And then Flynn drew 15, like literally 15 cards that gave him victory points. And he's like, I had to throw a couple of them away. I'm like, I didn't draw a single one in the whole game.
It's shameful.
That's every game with cards, but this one is just a little bit.
Yeah.
And we played last Friday.
How'd that go?
I had fun with Skylar was the maniac and me and Flynn were the good people. It's really a game. Skylar lost, not super badly, but he didn't do that great. But that's because it is a game that you have to like keep playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can get rusty at it and then you don't have a good game. Because I feel like he was like oh. He's like, I lost. Like I could tell he was like, eh.
Oh.
But but it was like, yeah, but it's like, but then I always say to people whenever they're the bad guy, I'm like, yeah, but then the next time you play it,
you'll know.
Then you'll get as the bad guy. But the problem with is for Skylar specifically is he hasn't played it in like years, couple years or whatever.
Yeah, it happens.
But Flynn really likes, so we want to plan to play it like just me and him, 1v1. We just did that before with Brandon, but again, he was the bad guy and he had never played before, which I thought he had played before. So and he never played before, and then I kind of like won, because if I play before and you have, and then he was also kind of like on the game, and I was like, it's a game you have to keep playing, but I feel like it's rewarding if you keep doing it. Any thoughts?
Nope.
Great podcast so far.
Great podcast.
We'll
wrap this up real quick. We're already 13 minutes in.
Me and Skylar played Getaway Driver.
Yeah.
There's so many tiny ass. Have I ever played that with you?
No, I don't think you have.
It's just a tile laying game, and one person is
like robbers
getting away, is a getaway, driving
okay.
away from people, and one person is the cops that are chasing them.
Okay.
And it's like almost a great game, but the problem is there's so many tiny little rules that just make it so fucking hard to like understand how to play. But it's like it's almost a great game, but the problem is like the way that it's set up is there's so many tiny rules.
Yeah.
So it's like we keep playing it slightly wrong, and it just over and over and over and over again, and it's like almost a great game.
I feel like that should be like our channel motto. We play games wrong. Like I think we've played a game right probably.
I know how to play Last Friday 100%.
Less than like
now I do
10 or 15 times out of all.
No, there's game. I know how to play. Easy games like Pandemic.
Yeah, but
we were playing Pandemic super wrong for like
I bet
30 plays, and then we learned how to actually play it. And we were like, oh.
What if like one of your birthdays you're like, oh, we've just been playing Werewolves wrong the entire time?
We have not. We haven't. That one's really easy.
That's what I mean. It's like the amount of times we just realize, oh, we're playing this game wrong, and we just ran with it.
Well, the problem is we're playing like more complicated games, and you're gonna play them wrong. You know what I mean? Easier games like. Oh, but then Horrify, we were playing that wrong. That's just a thing with board games. You play them wrong. That's what you do. You play them wrong over and over.
I feel like that's a very boomer mentality. It's like,
I mean,
just do it wrong till you get it right.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not. There's rules for a reason.
No, you try to get it right, but you're gonna. That's the thing with board games a lot. It's just like you just have to accept that you're gonna be playing some of it wrong.
I feel like that's
until you eventually learn how to play. Trust me, I'm watching these YouTubers. They kind of all say they're like, you're just gonna play.
The more I listen, like the deeper the hole gets for you, bud.
And then we played Votes for Women. I don't remember if I told you about that one.
Lame.
Yeah. And me and Skyla, and I was the bad guys, and she was the good guys. And we played that game wrong. 2. Just the end, like scoring or whatever, we played wrong.
Yeah.
But now I know how to play the game 100%. You know what I mean? We just played it twice wrong, and then now I got it 100%. And that's it. No games of Magic.
No games of Magic?
No
Shame
games
on
of
you.
Magic. Yeah. Sad. Anything else?
So Magic.
Can you stop looking that way?
No, I can't. I do it when I'm sitting on that side. You see me do it all the time.
We're like both looking we're both going this way.
Well, because I can't turn too much this way or I bump the mic.
The camera's right there, and we're both looking.
So this is the only way I can
This
turn.
is fucking look. This is stupid as shit.
So I'm just watching the computer.
We're supposed to be looking at the camera.
Well, this is me looking at the camera, and I'm bumping.
That's
the
why
mic.
it's off this. Move the mic. It's not that hard.
Stop yelling at me.
It's not. Not a crazy. That's yo. That's how do you? Man, that's crazy to comprehend.
You play board games wrong. Shut up.
So, video games. I'll go. Haven't been playing much as usual. I just can't fucking play any goddamn board video games. But I played the first DLC of Spider-Man finally.
Nice.
Finally, took me a while. It took me like 2 hours. 100%ed it. Yeah, that's about it.
I decided.
A little bit of Call of Duty.
Ah, gotcha. Oh,
Call
yeah,
of
that's
Duty's
right. We played
stupid.
like Shut up.
It's just so dumb.
Shut up.
I hate it.
There's
so much.
16 days in the battle pass. I gotta finish it. So I decided I didn't want to play Call of Duty.
Nick.
Weird way to. Yeah.
You don't have to finish it.
I do have to finish it. I spent money on it.
You have to.
I do. I decided I didn't want to play Call of Duty for a weekend, so I was sitting at the desk, and I was just like flicking through the games that I had downloaded, and for some reason I just had Mafia 1 downloaded. I was like, I've never played or seen gameplay of this. Let me just kind of boot it up, and then I sat there and beat the game. It was like a 20-hour game.
In one sitting?
I was like, I'm just going to pause it, and then I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to eat something, and then I'm going to come back. Yeah. I just sat there and beat Mafia from start to finish.
Is it good?
It is pretty good. I really liked it.
The first Mafia?
The first one.
How old is that?
I have no clue, but there's a definitive remaster.
Yeah,
so
I know that.
I played
but like
that.
Mafia 1.
Yeah, the definitive edition actually, apparently the quality of life improvements they made on that are worth it. The driving's a little wonky. Some of the trophies are a little dumb. But
2002.
It is a pretty good game. The shooting's kind of dumb, but it's a pretty good game.
I've never been like, fuck yeah, Mafia.
Neither have I. I was just like, yeah, I'll play it. And then as soon as I started hearing them talk, I was like, this is going to be fun.
One thing that I think I read this somewhere that like you play Mafia 3 and then like you kill the main protagonist from Mafia 2 or something like that.
I think so, yeah.
And I'm like, I hate that so much. I just don't like that. That annoys me so much.
The protagonist for 2. So
I think that's what happens.
One is based in LA or Lost Heaven, whatever. It's based in LA. Yeah, I know. But they bring up what they call Empire City, which is New York. The second game is based in New York. And apparently at the end, the main character becomes like... Oh, yeah, take more pictures. The main character becomes like... basically like a Godfather equivalent. So they start expanding. And in 3, your character and his family push back against this like takeover of the mob. So they whack your whole family and try to kill you. And then you're like, nah, it's gonna be like Punisher. Just come back and kill them all. But apparently your character from the second game is such a douchebag compared to how he was in the actual game for 3. So the change of pace makes you hate him a bit better. It makes it so much more like doable to kill him. Or try to.
How do you know this when you just played the first one?
I just played the first one. I got the third one downloaded. I'm gonna play the third one. The second
Well,
one's the
but the
only one I
second
don't have.
You
But
don't have it?
I don't have it, and I didn't want to spend
You're
20
just gonna
bucks
skip
on
it?
I'm just gonna watch a video on it. I don't want to deal with the trophies. One of the trophies is to get a car, which, mind you, the speedometer on the cars, they only go to like 60. There's a trophy to get that car to 55 miles an hour. You know how fucking long it took me? You know how many hills I had to find to push this
3.
thing down? No, like 9. I had to go to the top of the map and then drive downhill most of the map to build up speed. It was so dumb. But the rest of the game was actually really enjoyable. I like the story they came up with. It's actually worth it.
I forgot to ask if people like the. I should have said that in the beginning. People like the curtains.
There you go.
I
I was wondering how long that was going to take.
I was gonna say background. I think I mentioned. I did. I know I mentioned before. I don't remember how many podcasts ago.
Mm-hmm.
About that I wasn't gonna get the platinum in Spider-Man, because you have to do those challenges like over and over again. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm still not doing that. I got tempted a little bit playing through this,
Yeah.
but I was like, I can't do it. Fuck it. I because one of the challenges in like the DLC was like I tried it a second time. I tried my best, and I got like almost a score that was like I needed 45,000, and I got a score that was like 100 points higher than my first run through.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'm not doing this.
How mad would you be if I got the platinum first?
I would. Congratulations.
I remember how we used to hate one of us getting a trophy we didn't. The other didn't.
And yeah. And
I gave that up
and
in
I know
zeros.
I know I mentioned that I kind of did the same thing in Mad Max where I literally 100% of the whole map. But there's a bunch of DLC with not DLC. There's a bunch of trophies with racing.
Yeah.
And you had to race cars.
Dumb.
I went back and checked those trophies. There's literally like 10 trophies for racing.
Dumb.
So my percentage is only like 84 or something like that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm 100% of the whole map, and I have to do. And I was like, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so then, because I thought about it, I was like, man, I always like maybe wanted to go back and do that. And then I looked, and there's literally like 10. And I was like, and it was like, you have to get gold in like all the races. Like, how many races are there? There's like over 20. And I was like, would rather not.
Yeah. Move on to the next one.
All right, next topic.
Okay.
Did you play anything else? Play any more Dark Cloud?
No. I just ended up playing Mafia. It's been a crazy work week. You might know. It was either Mafia or like an hour of Call of Duty, just so I don't get rusty, because I still got to finish the Battle Pass. But this is the last Battle Pass, so I'm pretty much done with Call of Duty until the next one comes out in November.
Last Battle Pass forever?
For this one, yeah. They did 6 for Cold War, and they're doing 5 for this one because I'm pretty sure they're doing 5 for this one. They haven't announced a new one yet. They're doing 5 for this one because they're pushing Modern Warfare 3 so much sooner.
What's the next one gonna be?
Modern Warfare 3.
The next one's Modern Warfare 3?
Modern Warfare 3. But it's by Sledgehammer and Treyarch. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Apparently it's going to have a zombies mode.
But...
Yep.
Why would... That doesn't make any sense.
I didn't say it made sense. It makes money.
And then the next one's going to be what? Modern Warfare 4?
No. Yeah, probably.
And the next one's going to be a new...
The next one, not this one coming up in November. The next one is probably going to be a new story. Or
yeah, but
IP.
new Infinity Ward one?
Maybe.
What are we talking about?
Actually,
what is happening?
Hold on. They did say they wanted to do, or they plan to do, an Advanced Warfare 2. Might be Advanced Warfare 2. They've had 5 years.
I don't know.
It might be.
It's just been so long ago.
So?
I don't know.
I don't either.
But it all depends on what Microsoft wants to do, sons of bitches.
Yeah, I know, right? And they got Bethesda.
I know,
played
dude. We're
Starfield.
fucked.
Oh.
We're so fucked.
So I'm getting an
God
Xbox.
I know. It's like, fuck.
No, I'll just get a PC and just play on there.
Yeah.
We'll join them.
Sure.
Why not?
Go for it.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sure, Nick.
Logan was like, yeah, it's like $500. I was like, I got like 10 and change. And he's like, well, that's a start. You can start looking at coupons for monitors. I was like, shut up, Logan.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
I think so. Yeah. Movies, TV show.
TV shows. Is it movies?
It's your
Let's do TV shows.
fucking podcast.
Let's do TV shows. The only TV show I've been watching is
South Park.
Britain Hell's Kitchen.
I hate you.
That's it. So much.
I'm not looking at you.
Just so much. Britain's Hell's Kitchen.
So dumb.
And King of the Hill. I can't stop watching King of the Hill.
So dumb.
So I watched Hell's Kitchen. I've watched like every episode of Hell's Kitchen like multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
American ones. But I've never seen these British ones. And I'm
Yep.
watching them. It's a different show.
Oh, of course.
That's it. Go. Your turn.
So I started watching One Piece.
No, you did not, Nick.
not the animated one. The live
Oh,
action
yeah.
one.
I forgot. Oh, my God,
Yeah.
dude.
Yo,
Nick, don't do that to yourself. There's like 1,100 episodes.
apparently they've already confirmed casting for season 2.
Yeah, they'll probably do. It'll get at least like 5-6 seasons.
Maybe. I kind of want it to. I'm watching it. It's pretty fucking good. Like,
You know
yeah,
the actress
cut
that plays
corners.
Nami is 30.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I looked up all their ages because I saw something showed up for the main guy's only 20,
Yeah, he is super young.
and then I looked up all the other ages.
Yeah.
And then I have it written down there somewhere. It was like when it started, like Luffy's supposed to be like 15 or something,
Yeah, somewhere around
and
there.
then Zolo. It's because I was just reading him last night,
Yeah.
2 nights ago, and when I read it, it's Zolo, and I know it's Zoro, but I say
yeah.
Zolo in my head,
Yeah.
so I just keep saying Zolo.
Yeah.
Zoro.
He says Zoro in the show, which I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I don't have to read it. You're gonna say it to me, fine. I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah, and it. I mean, I'm reading it
Yeah.
over and over again, and it says
It's
it like
Zolo,
10,000 times.
But it's pronounced Zoro. They change the
It's
letters.
got a fucking L.
Change the letters.
Yeah, and what is it? Oh, he's supposed to be 19. I know that.
Is he?
Yeah, they're all in their teen, and then Usopp's like
Oh, Usopp.
15 or something.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
Sanji's the oldest, isn't he?
I think he's 20, and I think Nami's 18.
Well,
or
because he's
something
seen
like that.
drinking, so I think they were like, "Oh no, he's an adult," or some garbage like that.
He's also seen smoking cigarettes.
It's actually pretty good. They did take some liberties with it, which I fucking hate when they do that.
They gotta do it a little bit.
They do it a little bit, but the things that they take liberties on, I can't stand.
What'd they do?
So I'm gonna spoil some of it.
I've watched it because I don't watch any TV. I just don't watch TV.
So there's it's like a mini arc when they're picking up crew members because they're still doing it, where they meet Sanji at the
Baroque, whatever it's called.
it's the Baratier.
Damn, I was close.
Oh, watching the show, yeah.
I was reading it last night.
When they find him at the restaurant, a random pirate's supposed to like float in and he feeds him, and then the rest of the crew shows up and they're like, oh yeah, and it's Don Krieg. They just kill off Don Krieg like completely away from everything. Like Hawkeye kills him and then shows up at the restaurant and they have their fight scene there. I'm just like, that's not how that plays out.
I could see that though, because I was kind of like, what's the point of this fight?
Yeah, well, because
It's to convince Sanji to join your team, but it's like
yeah,
he's kind of already convinced. Not really convinced, but it's like
yeah,
you don't really you didn't like. I think maybe because the creator, I think it's Ichiro Oda. I think that's how you say it.
yeah.
Ichiro, it's EII. So I think
Mhm.
it's just E. I don't know. I've not looked it up.
Sorry.
He's watching.
Yep.
Of
course.
He was heavily involved in it, and so I think maybe he was like, okay, we can just skip that.
Apparently, when he saw the cast,
And it would and it would cost so much money to like actually do that in real life.
what the whole fight scene and everything.
Yeah, because it's like a big thing with like a big
is,
giant,
yeah.
and then his ship is like crashed, and then he's got to do all this stuff. So I could see them just being like, we just don't need that.
Well, when you see what they do in the show, I feel like they took liberties in some places, and then they should have taken them from other places. If you get what I mean. But they totally skipped the Don Krieg thing. Instead of him showing up, it's Arlong. So Arlong shows up and tries to kill Luffy. And
Oh, well then never mind what I was saying.
yeah. He's there for like 3 minutes, but Arlong tries to kill him and Sanji saves him instead of it being Don Krieg. So then they have to go get Nami. So it kind of still follows the big points, but the fine details that kind of trail it
Why is
through.
Arlong there? That doesn't make any sense.
Because Nami's there. Because
she's
Nami
there.
has the map.
Oh, she like ran away.
Well, she's supposed to be out doing things. Like, she has her own missions. She's gathering money, stealing from people and shit like that. But one of the major plot points is in the town where Morgan is. I don't remember what I don't remember what it was called. They steal a map to the Grand Line. They don't do that in the show or the anime.
No.
So the whole goal, like the whole reason why everybody's after Luffy is because he has a map to the Grand Line. Which I guess if
map of the Grand Line or to the Grand Line?
I think it's 2 because there's a specific way to get there without dying.
Okay.
It could be of. I don't remember exactly.
I mean, interesting.
Rarely bring it up. But
there's just
yeah.
Sorry, I just love like the Grand Line. Then they get there and there's like millions of people living there, and it's
yeah.
like, oh, it's mysterious.
Yeah.
Like, literally millions of people.
Well, the way it was explained to me is like the seas are divided, so each sea is kind of a regular sea, and then once you get to the Grand Line, everything is thrown out the window. So people obviously like they're born and raised in those areas, but you can't just sail there. You have to go through the mountain, which I think you know about the mountain. It's I think it's called Reverse Mountain, where water flows up. Dumb, but you have to go through that section, or you enter what they call the calm seas. There's no currents, there's no winds, and you just die out there. So if you're born in
they don't really say that in the manga. They don't really mention. They don't say what it is.
Okay. Well, there's like
it's like mysterious. They don't say, or in the beginning. I don't know about later. I'm talking about the beginning. I have all the beginning stuff for like the first whatever.
Up to like what, like Skypiea or something?
Yeah, Skypiea. I've like read from the beginning to Skypiea 30 times, and then nowhere past that. Skypiea is gonna be cool.
I can't wait if they make it that far. I can't wait.
And the fucking I forget what it's called, but Alabaster. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
There's like wars and that'll be cool.
Yeah. They do kind of bring up the Baroque stuff. They do kind of bring up like the whole, the Marines are actually paying pirates, like select pirates. So there's that kind of gray area, and they're holding on to Kobe a lot more. So if you know Kobe,
he's barely in the manga, but he was like a main character. He's in it a whole bunch.
He's in every episode.
That's weird.
And
is he? But he hasn't joined the crew, right?
No, he doesn't join the crew. I don't think. Not until like.
But he's sailing
the time
with them?
skip. He joins the Marines, and the Marines are chasing after Luffy.
Oh, they show him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because they show that in the manga, they show it how do I explain this? In the they're in manga in the volumes at least.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how it does in the actual whatever Shonen Jump, but they show like it's like the chapter name.
Yeah.
And then it's a cool, interesting picture or whatever on it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's like with Ichiro Oda, what he does is he always has animals and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's either just some cool art with like the crew members on some animals, or it's actually showing in just one picture with no words, Kobe's journey in the Marines, doing all this stuff. So it doesn't actually show him. Or I think maybe at one point it might show him like for like a second or whatever.
Yeah.
But really like that it shows like his story with that, and then it shows I forget his name, the Hypno guy. He goes on like a whole adventure too, and then Buggy goes on a whole adventure too, but only in the pictures of the beginning of the chapters.
Yeah, because it's just like a small snippet you kind of flip by.
Yeah, then it has a name.
Yeah.
And so then like
it's like Buggy's adventure.
Every picture's named, so like the picture in that like shows you the whole thing. Because in the manga is like because Buggy's like just his head and his feet and his hands, and then his crew.
They bring that up. It's
his
great.
crewmates have his torso and legs or whatever, and they're like wrapped in a. I was just reading this last night. So
later in the story, later in the series, Buggy does have a better relationship with Luffy.
Yeah, he comes back. Hash brown.
He's been in. I've watched I think 5 episodes. He's been in 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, they keep bringing Buggy back, and I think they want to make him like a friendlier character sooner. But there's a scene where he literally just hands, feet, and head, and Arlong's the one who steals his torso. Yeah, I know. These are the things they're taking liberties with, where it's like, I get into the show, I'm enjoying for like 45 minutes, and they do something that tweaks the details, and it's like, well, I almost feel like it's ruined the last 45 minutes. Because this isn't how it should be. I mean, I get do what you're gonna do, but
So I just had a question. So how much
ahead.
do you know about? Did you watch it?
the show
Yeah.
I'm watching, yeah.
No, the animated.
No, I read up to
Or did
Skype.
you read it?
I read
Okay.
up to
Oh,
Skype,
okay. Okay. Because I don't know.
Yeah. No, when I first saw your collection, honestly, I was kind of excited because I didn't know where it ended, and then I like went to the end of the books, and I was going through. I was like, "This is pretty much where I stopped." So
Yeah.
it's like, "Damn it, I can't read it
I
anymore."
got like two books of Water 7. That's
Yeah.
it. And that's where I stopped. And then someday I'm gonna go back. But
Eventually.
well, right now I'm focusing on. I do like one book a paycheck or whatever.
Yeah.
Filling out the gaps inside of the collection.
Yeah.
Before moving on, because my dad would take us to get Barnes and Noble, and then I would like read book 8 of One Piece, and then would buy book 9.
Yeah.
So I have like some gaps and stuff. And so I'm trying to get fill in a couple of those gaps before I like continue on with One Piece or whatever.
Because it is nice.
But I'm
going to
go very, very slowly because I'm not going to spend like $100 on these.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do something like that.
One a paycheck, something like that.
Because they're not super expensive.
Yeah, I just bought this book. Hey Skylar, I just bought this book. It's like
Oops.
$3 for like a manga book.
Okay, that's not bad.
It was a Karu no Go.
Mm.
It's a Go anime or manga.
I think I've seen that one.
It's good. It's really fucking good though.
Yeah.
It's so.
Is that the one
good.
where the spirit teaches him how? Yeah, I used to read that one.
It's so fucking.
Made no sense to me when I was first reading it, but I was also like 10.
Yeah. See, now as an adult, I'm like, now I kind of understand. I kind of get the game a little bit.
Yeah.
But as a kid, like I would just skip past the game stuff and just go to the.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't even understand most of this shit.
Yeah. I would say if you like One Piece, watch it and just know that they're going to tweak some things, but overall it doesn't ruin the show unless you're a really big stickler for details.
Yeah. And then I read this one thing just real quick. We got to move on.
It's only been like a half an hour.
Yeah, actually it's only been 37 minutes, I think.
Oh, that's close.
And
we're gonna cut some.
At least like a couple of them didn't get. Yeah, so we got a little bit. And just because last time I was like, we got plenty of time. And then like I looked back, it was an hour later. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Love that.
Yep.
You were saying?
I just read this thing where he said like he doesn't want it's a rule he has. There's no romance allowed among the crew.
Yeah.
So there's like Sanji flirts, right? But it's like there's no actual romance allowed.
Yeah.
It's because he said it's not a romantic story. It's not about romance.
It's pirates.
Yeah, it's about pirates, and it's like a comedy that has a bunch of serious adventure stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, that's a rule he has for the show too. So he was like, so the article that I was reading, it was like, so if anybody has any hopes about like, oh, I want Nami to end up with this person or whatever, it's like, it's as long as Ichiro's involved, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And in the manga too, it's like somebody I think now has like whatever crush on Luffy or whatever.
Yeah.
But there's no, but like that's just the crush is like funny, but it's like there's no actual romance is allowed among the crew. That's like a rule the creator has.
Which makes sense because it doesn't set you up for expectations that they're not going to pay off on. Like there'll be some things where it's like, oh, that's adorable or whatever, but it's like, this is where it ends.
And he also probably like he doesn't want to write romance. He probably doesn't want to write romance. He's like, I want to write a comedic adventure story.
Because it's a whole
it
different
is,
set of feelings he would have to come up with.
And I know there's a war at some point and a time skip, but it's a comedy through and through. First of all, it's a comedy. First of all, I'm reading it. Trust me.
It's a comedy adventure. Yeah,
it's a comedy adventure. It's a comedy. First of all, it's a pirate eating adventure story. Second of all,
yeah, it is enjoyable. I think the casting choice they picked, I can't think of other people that would make that role better. The cast they chose really works. Like, they really embody the characters. Like, the way... I can't remember his name, but the way the guy that plays Luffy reacts to situations and talks, it's almost like he doesn't process the situation, which is exactly how
Luffy does.
He's like, no, I know this is dangerous, but it's not dangerous to me, and I'll protect you. So it's not serious to me. So everything is either a joke or he's almost like he's on the spectrum of like doesn't understand the emotional gravity of the situation.
That's Luffy.
But it's like that's exactly how Luffy is. So it's perfect. But he does have those moments where he gets angry about things. But it's not like
he'll get angry if you like insult member of
attack
his
his
crew or
crew.
whatever, you know what I mean?
That's just how the character is.
You hurt somebody or you betray somebody or something like
Yeah.
that.
But he portrays that really well. It's great. So I think you should, honestly, when you have the chance, you should watch it.
I would, but I'm using my father-in-law's Netflix, and they just took that away.
Oh no.
So what shall we do?
Never mind. I was gonna say, I'll give you mine, but Netflix, they might be watching. I would definitely don't share my password.
No, they like stop. You can't share your. You can't share your. You get like one, or you get two, and then
They periodically have to check in with the same.
Yeah, I think
IP
you
or
get
whatever.
two, and then you have to pay more for more.
Well, I'm paying like $14, so
Yeah, and you have
It's
to
not the
pay like
base
more
model.
for.
extra outside
more,
Wi-Fi screens or
and-
some garbage.
Alan's not gonna do that. Maybe I think you get two base, so I could be like, hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Might ask Dad, but I did ask him for his Netflix password before, and he's like, I don't remember my Netflix password or email. He's like, I'm paying for it. You know, he tried to. I believed him because he tried to find it. He tried to help me. He wanted me to help him find it,
Okay.
and I was like, I don't know how to fucking.
That's when you log out and then log back in, and you fail enough times, and they do it for you.
But he like uses.
Yeah. Yeah.
He like uses. He'll like use like a dummy
Yeah.
like email for.
Yeah.
Not a dummy, but he'll use like
like
a
a
email he
burner.
doesn't use,
Yeah.
and then he'll lose that password. And he's like, oh.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to use his real email for stuff.
I have like 3 dummies.
I have 6 emails, 7 emails. My work email. Got a work email. Here, I'll just say, I got 3 Yahoo emails. A Gmail. I got a school email. I got a work email.
Nice.
And I think I have a second Gmail.
Nice. I think I got 4 Gmails and 2 Yahoos.
4 Gmails?
Yeah.
All right, I'll trade you a.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Oh man.
That was pretty
I thought
good.
that was good. That was good, right?
That was good. Yeah.
I got 4 emails to you.
Yeah, I got 4 Gmails, 2 Yahoos. One of the Gmails is just for the tier lists. So, yeah, you can have that one.
All right.
Any other shows you've been watching?
No, that's it.
Okay. Movies? You got to watch any movies?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Let's hold on. I'm gonna get my soda.
Oh, okay. Gotta
Vamp.
quench your
Vamp.
thirst. Vamp. Okay. Never mind. Flynn made that joke last time.
Yeah, I know.
I should have brought my sunflower seeds. Oh, hell yeah. Rock stars.
You trying to look sexy or what?
Gotta text the side hose.
Did you hear me out there with the Skylar? Did you hear me out there with Skylar?
Yeah, was he looking all sexy and shit?
Yeah, his ass was sticking out,
Nice.
and I was like, damn, Skylar, you trying to look sexy or what? And he goes, maybe. Maybe left.
Gotta pay the
All right,
bills
Nick,
somehow.
you got to go movies first because I was sick, so you know what that means.
You watched
I
a
watched a
bunch?
lot.
Just been watching One Piece. I haven't watched any movies.
That's only 5 episodes. It's been a month.
I think it's 5. I let me check. I think it's 5.
That you've watched. Obviously, people, it's 8 episodes. I know that.
What's 8 episodes? Like actually?
One Piece, yeah.
Is it only 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah, season 1.
Don't tell me that. Yeah, I'm actually kind of fucking hyped for the show. If you tell
Isn't
me
it?
I have,
Wait,
like,
wait.
3
You
episodes
already
left-
got Arlong. You must be finished with. You must be.
Well, I'm at episode 8.
Okay, then 7 episodes. So then you watch 7 episodes.
Oh no.
How long do you think it was?
I thought it was like 10. Oh no.
And guess what's going on right now?
I'm on the last episode.
Yeah, and guess what's going on right now?
Oh no.
The writer's strike
No.
and the actor's strike.
No.
These guys are, but they were actually still promoting it, which was interesting.
I think it's because it was already like.
That's the thing is
You know,
like that's
Where are they drawing the line?
some people were like, yeah, some people were like, you got to no stop them from doing the work
Yeah.
too. But they were like, no, if the work's still going, you can finish it, but you can't start new work.
Yeah, I understand that, but like.
But then it's like sometimes you can
where
promote
do you
it.
draw the
That's
line?
exactly. So a lot of people, that's like.
It's like if you already have a script written, is that started? you know.
Well, it was the main thing is they said they didn't want to put crew members out of work because it wasn't the crew members' decision to go to do it.
True.
So the crew members like they could have like moved something, like upended their lives. They could have moved across the country for we're gonna work on the show for 6 months, or we're gonna do this movie for 3 months. Oh 2 weeks in, you're out of work. It's like, now what do I do? You know. So that's what they said. He's so sad.
So mad.
He's mad or sad?
Both. It hurts. I just really like oh my god. I was committed. I was like, I'm gonna watch the shit out of the show now. Now that I'm like,
you just rewatch it.
8 episodes in, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna really like watch this show. Maybe start reading it again. And then I got one fucking oh my god, I'm so pissed.
Yeah,
I'm so pissed. I'm gonna call Jess after this and I'm gonna be like, we got one fucking episode left.
Dude, do you know how much a freaking the One Piece show is filler? It's like more of it is filler than actual show.
Yeah.
The problem is now they're caught up, but it's gonna keep going. It's not canceled.
Yeah.
So now it's just
50%
50% of everything going forward is gonna be more than that. It's 50%. Over 50% is gonna be filler. Like,
well, I like how their filler loops back around.
Yeah, I was watching some TikToks. It's called like there's this website or whatever called One Piece, and it's like you can watch all of One Piece with no filler, and it's like somebody was going through how many minutes you save, and it was like you saved 12,000 minutes by not watching this. And then I was talking to Nate at work, dude, and he's like, oh, I'm caught up on One Piece. I started 2 years ago. I was like, bro, you've been watching nothing but One Piece for 2 years? He's like, yup.
I saw they added it back on Netflix, and I was like, oh, I'll watch the first episode. I fucking hated it.
I know. I was like, I don't know if I when I was a kid I could have watched it, but I can read it, but I don't think I could have watched that. I couldn't watch 1,100 episodes. I can't do it.
No.
The
intro was...
You have to pay me actual money. Like,
I didn't make it through the intro.
Oh, Geico.
No, I think it was before that one.
Oh, dude, that one's so good. Me and Jordan used to watch it. Oh, Geico. Why does he say Geico? Why does he say Geico?
I don't know. What does it mean?
Let's go.
Nobody knows what it means.
Lady. Nami's not shy. That's the best they could fucking come up with her. Sanji's cooking for the would-be king. Let's see, can I...
Yeah, I didn't even get to that intro. I think that's like episode 5 or 6.
I don't remember the rest of them. Oh, Chopper, he was like, Chopper, he's a doctor, or something like that.
Yeah.
What was Zoro's?
I want to see what they do with Chopper.
What is it? Yeah, no, that's going to be cool. Zoro's swordsman, fuck.
Swordsman, fuck.
And Usopp.
They should change it to that.
I don't know.
You brought up the hypnotist guy though. Yeah. Not even
Django,
in the show.
Right?
Not even in the show.
What?
Not even in the
What do you mean not even in the show?
Not even in the show. Yeah. The guy they captured,
he joins the Navy.
The guy they set up for, what's his name? Kuro or whatever? The cat guy. Which is so dumb, by the way.
In the show, was it dumb?
No, just the whole character in general.
Yeah,
the whole, like, cat
you're right.
garbage
Dumb,
is dumb.
stupid.
They don't have him at all whatsoever, and they just
he is kind of fucking weird and creepy as shit.
Yeah, he's dumb.
See, that stuff works in Japanese.
Yeah,
but in America, like, people would be like, "This is fucking weird."
Yeah, they skip the whole hypnotist side. They say Axiom Morgan's just so full of himself. He believes he caught the real one.
And what about Helmeppo? Is Helmeppo in it?
I don't remember that one.
His son? The Axe guy's son?
Yeah, but they never say his name.
He's not in it? Oh. He joins the Navy too.
Yeah. That when they follow Kobe around, he's the person he's talking to.
Okay.
So
they never say his name? What do you mean?
Yeah, they never say his name. I think they said it once in the bar, and then they just like, you, cadet.
It's like Helmeppo.
Yeah.
I don't know how you actually say it, but...
They never say his name after that. He has a weird scene where he's posing with Zolo's swords naked in his room.
Yeah.
And Zolo kicks in the door and is like, those are my swords.
I like how you're saying Zolo.
I know. I had to. Yeah, they bring him back. He's a more likable character in the show.
Good.
So
he was not likable.
He really... It takes a bit for him to stop being an asshole, but he does eventually evolve. But he has that dumb haircut. I want to punch him in the face. Which is great. He has a very punchable face.
Man, Django's not in it.
Yeah,
I think
it's kind of
was
dumb.
Django.
We'll find out. Django.
He must have never played like any bigger of a role
He might
in
not.
the show
We don't
because
know. He might not.
Kobe probably comes back at some point. That's why he's
Kobe
in it
absolutely comes back. Ooh boy, the fucking glow up he has. He comes back.
Yeah,
Monster.
More.
Yeah.
All right. No movies?
No movies.
you could think
just
of?
One Piece. It's hour-long episodes, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
I've watched 8
I'd say
hours of
it's-
One Piece.
It's been a month. You know, One Piece just came out like last week.
I've watched 8 hours of
What
it.
about the 2 weeks before that? You don't watch any movies?
I was getting hyped for One Piece. Nah. Honestly, we weren't really watching anything now that I think about it. I did a dumb. We're gonna have to reel it back to video games. Do the little whatever. We'll go back to video games.
Ooh, no.
Add this back into video games.
No.
I found a website that lets you play older games from your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I started playing
Glover?
It's on there.
Bet it is.
Glover.
Does Nathan still have my Glover?
He still has Gauntlet, but he bought it, so I'll give
He bought
him-
it from you, right?
Yeah, $20. Best $20 I ever spent. It was only 15 on Amazon. I got to beat the game and made money off of it. Thanks, bud. I started playing Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. It was like the first.
What's that one?
It's the first Final Fantasy game they brought to the U.S. and it was like drastically different. The Japanese community hated it because it was too easy. It is so fun. I love it.
Okay.
I have probably 20 hours in it, and it's just a SNES game.
On what are you playing it on?
On my computer. My little Chromebook. It's running on the Chromebook, but it is
Your
a
tiny
SNES
little-
game. So no, I got a controller. I hooked up a controller to it, so I'm just like, yeah.
Nice. A PlayStation controller?
Yeah. I got a wired PlayStation.
That's what
controller for
Andrew
it.
did. It was a PS3 controller. Remember him with his
I
laptop,
was-
PS3
oh.
controller,
I was
and
gonna.
and Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna. I had a PS3 controller, and I realized I could hook a PS4 controller to it, so I was like, I'm doing that. It's way better. And my cousins fucking took marker and colored on the controller.
How old are these guys?
It was when they were like 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
It
like,
a
what are
while
you talking
ago.
about now?
No, it was a while.
I was
ago.
like, last week. She's 17.
Yeah. Nah, it's a fun game, honestly. I'll pull up the website for you later, just so you can see what's on there, because you might want to play something. But it's fun. You can download emulators and ROMs, or just play it online. I found they had a PlayStation, a PSX, or a PlayStation
Hold on, I gotta
1.
stretch my legs. Sorry. My knees really hurting.
Blown the toe off.
My knees really hurting.
Your knee's hurting? My ankle's hurting. I blew it out again. Yeah, they got a PS1 emulator on there, so I'm gonna go back and play some of those old like Bass Pro 2000 games. That'll be fun.
All right.
I'll hit you up next podcast about it.
Movie. You gotta play more Dark Cloud. I want you to play Dark Cloud.
I'm working on it. Dark Cloud's on there. I'm working on it.
All right.
How many movies you watch?
16.
Well, we're at 53 minutes.
All right. Yeah, that's right. That's why I went. All right. The movies I've seen before. I watched The Losers. You ever watched that one?
Yeah, that's the one with.
I rewatched it. With who?
I can't remember his name.
Chris Evans is in it.
Is he in it? Is it
He's got a
Jeffrey
little
Dean
short-
Morgan?
he's got yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's got a
Okay,
little
yeah,
short blonde hair, and he's like, oh.
That's the one where he sings the Journey in the elevator.
Yep.
Love that movie.
Yeah, it's so dude. That scene is hilarious. He's like, like the people are in front of him, and he walks in front, and he goes like, he says something like,
Let's see if you remember the line. You just watched it. He's undressing in the elevator, and the door's open, and there's a handful of women in front of him.
yeah,
And he says,
I don't remember. I'm talking about before then.
"Oh,
Before then, he says something like because he's trying to get them to not go in the elevator with him, so he just sings "Don't Stop Believing" like really high. He's like, "Don't stop," like really annoying. And then he like at one point he like points at them aggressively. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Rube,"
yeah."
and he's like, and then the door closes and he's like, okay, now he changes. No, what does he say? I don't even remember.
The part where he's standing in front of the chicks.
Yeah, what is he?
He's
say?
like in his underwear, and
I
he's
don't-
like, "You like the angle of the dangle," and then
I've
immediately
seen it.
calls like human resources to turn himself in, but he needed something to kind of like get security on a different floor. I was like,
Alright.
"Oh, smart."
Yep. That movie's pretty good.
But
I watched.
also an excuse to get Chris Evans naked.
I watched Star Trek Into Darkness.
Skip. Next.
It's pretty good.
Next.
And then I also watched the original, skimmed through not the original, but Star Trek 2009. And then I looked up a bunch of stuff on Star Trek. It's fascinating. Did you know 3 actors from their Star Trek are still alive? Can you name them? Go.
From the original, I had never watched it. I never watched any Star Trek. I've watched.
Well, you know one guy.
The garbage movies that came out. Will Wheaton.
He's from the Next Generation.
I don't know.
Dude, my mom was watching
Shatner?
Yeah.
Okay.
My mom was watching Next Generation at her house.
LeVar
right?
Burton?
Obviously.
Oh.
He's from Next Generation.
I don't fucking know. I see the trailers before I skip it.
And like I was standing there watching, I was like, oh, nice. Star Trek, TNG. And then my brother walks out and he looks at her for a second and I'm like, Jordan, that's Will Wheaton. And he goes, that's Will Wheaton? I was like, yeah.
He was like 14 and
he like got really close. He like went like,
I can see it. Yeah.
He's like, that is Will Wheaton. I'm like, I know.
People forget he was in Stand By Me.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a great movie. Right. What else did you watch? More Star Trek?
I watched
Nerd.
Snow White and the Huntsman.
I kind of want to watch that.
It's all right. And The Huntsman and the Winter's War, which is I thought it was a prequel. It's a sequel, straight up sequel. Kristen Bell's not in it.
Fun
Stewart.
Fun bit of trivia. Did you know Temple of Doom takes place before? Yes. Shut up.
I just watched all of them not that long ago.
Yeah, Temple of Doom's the second movie, but it takes place before Raiders.
Yeah.
Which I just watched it too. I didn't realize that. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I made a post on Facebook about that. Got some engagement. And Candace comment. She's like, "Yeah, it says in the beginning that it's 4 years before then." And I remember I responded like, "I just saw this a month ago."
You didn't.
And I commented like, I was like, "Yes," because I seen both of the movies within the past like couple of weeks,
like 80 minutes.
Yeah, to remember both of that. I was like,
no, that just holds a special place in my brain.
Yeah. But you can watch Story of the Husband.
I'm just kidding.
It's fine. I watched Prisoners. Did you watch Prisoners?
Which one's that one? The one I recommended to you last week or podcast?
I think so. Yes. The one with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, and
I had a D&D character based off of that.
And
you do it.
And the Nightcrawler.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. He was starring in the movie.
Maggie Gyllenhaal's brother.
The most beautiful woman on the planet. No, listen to me, Maggie. Sorry. Yeah, that's Andy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I kind of saw. Yeah, you've been drinking a lot. I kind of saw the ending coming, but it was still good.
Yeah.
I kind of like. I was like, I kind of know everything that's gonna happen, but it was still good.
Do you like that little twist at the very end with the whistle?
That was cool.
Oh, kind of makes you wonder if you actually found him.
I assume he did.
No.
And I rewatched Dread.
That's a good movie.
It's just good. It's just good.
It's a good movie.
It's just good. It's just comedy.
It's a good movie.
All right, those are the movies I watched before. I watched Hunger Games 4 finally. I did it finally. Better than Hunger Games 3. Hunger Games 3 is kind of boring. Like nothing happens in it really. Hunger Games 4, a bunch of stuff happens. I watched White House Down, which is the movie that came out the same time that
Channing Tatum, right?
Yeah. Channing Tatum. He's through for every name. Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx, and that's the movie that came out the same time as
Olympus Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen. They made I watched all 3.
Those are good ones.
Me and Skylar watched all 3. One thing that's really funny, spoiler for the first 5 minutes of that.
I remember this story.
That movie. It's the president and his wife's in the car.
Yeah.
Or whatever, just whatever. His wife's in the car, and she says a joke, and my wife laughs when we were just dating, and I was like, "Yeah, she's funny," to try and make her think that she lived, and then she died 2 minutes later, and she literally cries, and she goes, "You fucking asshole."
It's great.
I was like, I had to pause it. I was like, that was so funny.
That was good.
I got her good. She she literally cried.
Those were great movies.
Yep. I watched Extraction 2. Good movie. Pretty good.
That one take in the prison. Oh.
That's so good. Dude, I really like the one takes. Those are so cool.
I was bricked up for like 20 minutes after that. I was like, yes, this is exactly what I needed. Yes. That was great. I backed it up a handful of times to see if I could find the cuts. Yeah.
Me and Skylar watched Age of Adeline.
Never heard of it.
Which is a movie with Dude, I'm not good. I'm not doing the names today. I can't remember names today.
What were they?
Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively.
Ah.
Blake Lively, like she has something. She has an accident or whatever, and she doesn't age, and so it's a love story about her. Like she doesn't age, and then it's like 80 years later or whatever.
So like dumb Benjamin Button. Got it. He goes backwards.
It's not dumb. it's just like a love story about that. It's got Harrison Ford in it.
What's his name?
Harrison Ford. I know. I watched Donnie Brasco. You know what that movie is?
Donnie Darko?
Donnie Brasco. I keep wanting to say Dante Brasco.
Dante Brasco?
Because of Dante Bosco.
Dante Brasco?
But it's Donnie Brasco. It's a movie from the 87 or something, or 91.
From the
something
87s?
Like from 87 or 91.
Yeah.
I bet it's one of those two. And it's got
I'll look it up.
Dude, I can't do names today.
You can do it. You can do
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah. I can't remember names. I can't do names right now. It's got Johnny Depp in it, and he's like it's like
Did you say 87 or 91?
Yeah, what
97.
Fuck. Okay, that's what it was. See, I got it mixed up.
Yeah,
It's like The Departed.
oh, yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like I bet The Departed was like inspired by this movie heavily. I guarantee you.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's like a guy. It's like a guy who's undercover with the mob or whatever. I mean, it's based on a true story. The guy was actually undercover with the mob, and then he like for
like
years.
Point Break?
Yeah.
Or Fast and Furious?
Yeah. For like years, and then he it was really good. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then I watched 2 movies real quick. I watched Security with Antonio Banderas. That was like a random ass movie. It was like he's at a mall with some
Like
security
Paul Blart?
guards there. Yeah, it's like Paul Blart but with murder.
Oh, I keep seeing clips from that, and I want to watch it.
It was
so bad.
actually pretty good.
Oh,
like,
I keep seeing clips.
At first, I was like, "This is dumb. I guess I'll watch this. Whatever." Hour and a half. I think it was because Skyla's like, "All right, I'm doing homework for an hour and a half." I'm like, "Okay, movie with an hour and a half. Movie an hour and a half. Movie an hour and a half. We're gonna find it in 5 seconds, you know." And I found out, and I was like, "It was actually Nick. It was actually really good."
From 2017.
Yeah, it was actually really good.
It does. It has Ben Kingsley in it.
Yeah.
I want to watch this. So fucking bad.
And then I just watched this movie last night called Basic. That has
Yeah, you are.
Samuel L. Jackson and
Samuel L. Jackson.
and other people. I can't do names. The guy who played the guy who played the mom in Hairspray.
John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Used to be like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, but this was funnier to say that though.
The other guy in Face
You knew what it was though.
Yeah.
You knew immediately. You went, oh, yeah. It was like it's got those 2 in it, and then it's
Danny
like
Zuko from Grease.
yeah, it's like I remember Danny Zuko, but not that. It's
But
like,
not the mom from Hairspray.
And that was a weird movie. I've been searching for the movie forever because in my head it was like there was something because I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I was like there was something, and I tried to find it a few times. I was like they were like in the jungle. It was raining. It was a storm.
Yeah, I know this one.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They were like
Good
in
movie.
in like a little hut, and then there was like shooting, and the hut fell down, and then the guy was running, and then there was a scene in a mess hall with nobody in there, and he was there chained up, and I remembered these images in my head, but I didn't remember the movie. So I watched the movie, and it was like all right, but then the very end has like a twist that you can kind of just ignore really.
Yeah.
And it made it
Dumb twist.
It was like made it stupid. I was like, what is this? And then I read up on it a little bit, and a lot of other people were like, what the fuck was that last scene? They didn't need that last scene in it. You know what I mean?
Well, apparently, like it has a similar twist. I haven't seen the movie in ages, so I don't know if it's true. But apparently, it has a similar twist to Usual Suspect. I think, where it's like
kinda not like yes and no.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil either. You know.
But if you.
But I'm gonna do it. Fuck it.
See, man, going into Unusual Suspects and knowing the twist, you don't want the twist because that like.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to say it because
it's just not as good.
Yeah.
And other movies, and any M. Night Shyamalan movies.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, somebody. I think it was on a radio.
You got that name.
I think it was somebody. I think it was a radio. I can't remember what was it. They were like M. Night. Like no, it was a movie or whatever. M. Night. It's M. Night. It's M. Yeah, M. Night. M. Night.
My dad used to call him Midnight. Midnight Shyamalan. And I was like, that's a weird way of doing that, but I
Is
get
that
it.
racist or no?
You know, thinking back on it now, maybe.
You're
My dad wasn't exactly
like,
the nicest person,
as a
but-
child, I would have said absolutely not. As an adult, maybe. All right, and we're done with movies. All right, sports, real quick. Football's back.
Sports.
We were filming this on the first Sunday football
Yep.
this year. He doesn't care that much about it, but I kind of have to care.
Green
a little
Bay's
bit.
winning right now. They're beating the Bears.
Oh, bet.
Da Bears.
Because I'm doing fantasy football. Hold on, I want to
Fucking
Real quick.
get after it.
waiting for it to load. Nick, I don't want to hurt your
You say
feelings.
some shit. You say some shit. I'm never doing a podcast again.
I don't want to hurt your feelings or hurt your
Say
soul.
it.
Okay, well, first, what's the team you hate the most?
It's like a
Before I say
revolving
anything.
door.
Nick, I'm so sorry.
You picked the fucking Bears.
I have to root for the Bears because I drafted Justin Fields.
I hope.
I had to. He was the only one. Dude, there was no one. By the time I was picking, there was no one. Unless I want to start Daniel Jones of the
I
New York
hope
fucking Giants, which I
You
don't.
hit every piece of low-hanging furniture on your pinky toe.
Please don't. Hey, if it
For,
makes you
like,
feel
the
better,
next
they're
2
not
weeks.
playing fucking terrible right fucking now, and
It
it looks
does
like
make
I
me
should
feel
have
better.
fucking
How dare
started
you.
Daniel Jones.
How dare you? Shame on you.
Yeah, I got Justin Fields, Stephon Diggs, Garrett Wilson, so I'm rooting for Aaron Rodgers. And the Jets, I got B. John Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons.
Aaron Jones just
I got
scored
Aaron
on a
Jones.
one-yard truss.
He just
or
gave
one-yard
me.
rush.
Yep, you're
Rush. I
damn
can't
fucking right, he
talk.
did. Give me some more points. More points.
There's 10 minutes, 19 seconds left in the third, and they're up. I don't think the Bears have scored. They
6
have.
to 17.
They have.
And I got Kyle Pitts. He's
he's
letting me
the
down a little
Pitts.
bit. And I got Calvin Ridley as my flex. He's letting me good. 101 receiving yards, 1 touchdown, 11 something. And that's helping me. And my kicker is Young Hoku. My defense is Denver, which I guess, yeah. And then I got bench. I got Christian Watson on my bench. Kind of annoying that he's not, that he's out. Well, I mean, I guess he's on my bench when I'm done. Yeah, so I have to kind of root for the
Da Bears.
Bears. But I also want, okay, man, goddamn it, I was gonna win against the fucking guy I'm going up against. So that's why I brought up the guy I'm going up against, because his team, because he had Joe Burrow. He got 3.18 points. Jesus fucking Christ. I think Justin Fields has twice that. 7.44.
There we go.
Man, ooh, this is gonna be so fucking close about winning this guy, dude. The projected points are me 129.43, him 128.74. So it all depends. So the only person he has CeeDee Lamb and Saquon Barkley tonight, and tomorrow I got Stephon Diggs and Garrett Wilson. So depends on how good CeeDee Lamb and Saquon Barkley do. Depends on how good Stephon Diggs and Garrett Wilson do.
How many players do you think are in fantasy leagues?
You can look it up. Millions. I don't know.
No, like how many players?
Oh,
How many players are
don't know.
active in a league?
I don't know.
Like you think Rodgers is in a league? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna put myself up. I think I'm gonna win this game.
I mean, he should.
Yeah.
And his backup is Tua. Man, Tua only got 12.56 points. So both of them didn't get fucking shit. So even if you put Tua in, who won? Oh, it's the half. It's not over yet. Well, never mind. Tua could still get some points.
Yep.
But good. All right.
John
Sorry.
got a sack yet?
Okay, I'm done. Who?
Huh?
John? He only has like 5 on his career or something.
Yeah, but he has key pivotal sacks.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying you're
It's
like.
not about volume.
Did he get
It's about
a sack
potential.
week 1? Yeah, it's weird. Where like you can have to get a defensive end, right?
Yeah.
Who like on the box score, it's like it doesn't look like they,
Yeah.
like his stats are like this is it. You know what I mean? But if you get a $50 million contract,
There's a reason you get that
you're
money.
probably impacting the game a shitload. You just can't tell by the score. But if you watch him every play, I try to watch him every play I see. I watch him. He's
He's on it, yeah.
at least 50% of the plays he's pushing the other person away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's putting in some work.
I think at one point last year he was their best defensive player.
At one, no, maybe defensive line player, but they had Sauce Gardner last year.
Was it the year before then?
Maybe the year before. And they have Quentin Williams, who's a Pro. Was he an All Pro? He was a Pro Bowler. I mean, he's good for his position, but he's never going to be a Pro Bowler.
I mean, you don't know that.
He can't. There's no way.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know that.
The problem is he doesn't like. He's probably more for. Well, cause, like I said, if you look at this box score, it's like he doesn't. It doesn't show up that he impacts the game. But like I said, if you watch it, he's impacted the game. I'm talking about John Franklin Myers on the New York Jets, in case anybody was wondering.
He has 16.
16 sacks?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Regular season 5, projected 5. I don't know why it says projected.
That's how much it says he's gonna have this year.
That's for 2022.
Hold on.
We'll
now
pause
it's
this
the
part.
looking up. I thought I just looked them up.
2022 defense.
I thought I just looked them up.
5. I'm assuming they're just keeping the same. Because he has 16 career.
Never mind. You're right.
He had 5 last year.
Never mind.
Oh,
I must have been looking at a weird website.
Yeah, this is his 2020.
Oh, I think I was looking at 20 because I looked him up a while ago when I was showing people work. I think I was just looking at his 2022 stats, thinking it was.
He has
his full
102 overall tackles. He has 47 solos and 55 assists.
Yeah.
And 1 interception for 32 yards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, hypothetically, if he. Well, because I think at this point you know what the player is going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, you can be a great player, have a full long ass career, make millions, $100 million, and never make a Pro Bowl. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just unless he changes the player he is now.
Or fundamentally stuff changes and it just makes him excel.
Yeah, and then the problem he also has Quentin Williams on his team, and that's the star.
Yeah.
On the defensive end, and he's not going to pass Quentin Williams, while Quentin Williams is on that team. And they had Sauce Gardner. See, that's the thing. It's like, and they got Sauce Gardner, which is really good. Straight up. All right. Let's move on. Unless you have something to say about football.
Nope.
You still rooting for the Packers? You're just not going to pay attention to that super much.
Half and half.
No. Jets and Packers.
Jets.
I'm really looking at the Canucks this year.
Do it.
Let's go hockey. Might see me in a jersey next week.
You won't. I ain't gonna buy a jersey.
Yeah, I was gonna say sure.
I ain't got money for that.
I was gonna say sure. All right. Music podcast streaming. Go.
I think I brought it up last time. Listening to a new podcast called Bellied Up. It's on the other phone. It's Charlie and Miles.
I'll say their last names in a second because I was listening to a podcast this morning.
Charlie Daniels and Miles Turner.
No.
That'd be a crazy fucking.
It's the guys that do like the Midwest shorts.
Charlie Day and Miles Jackson.
I hate you.
Is that a
more and
person?
more every day.
I mean, it's got to be a person's name. Is Miles Jackson somebody, or am I thinking
You're thinking
Mike Jackson?
Mike Jackson, sure.
Oh, I'm thinking Miles Jack. Miles Jackson Cartwright, American basketball guard.
Charlie Barons.
Miles
guy.
Jack, football linebacker. Miles Jackson. Nope, there it is. Oh.
Hold on, I just got a news break update about
The guy we released for what's her name? Former Russian arms dealer known as the Merchant of Death, who the U.S. exchanged for Brittany Griner, is back in Russia right now.
Okay.
And is learning how to use a smartphone.
because he's been packed away for that long.
I couldn't
Yeah.
find the other guy.
But it's basically they take calls from a bar and they talk about bar shit, and they got a Midwest mentality, so everything is mostly polite, except for their hatred for the Bears.
The Bears.
Yeah, da Bears.
Who are these guys?
So I'll show you afterwards, because it wouldn't pull it up.
The guys from the Saturday Night Live skit, or
No.
those guys are for the Bears.
Yes, those guys are for the Bears.
I'll pull it up on this phone.
Or for Dell Bears.
Da Bears. Anything on you?
No.
I'm not on your Wi-Fi, so it's
Oh,
taking forever.
the other couple days ago when I was sick, laying in bed,
Yeah.
I watched a guy who works at a diner stream himself making breakfast for over an hour on TikTok.
I would probably watch that now that you're saying it.
Well, I was sick and like laying in bed, just not wanting to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was entertaining. Oh, we skipped YouTube. Anything interesting on YouTube? I haven't been watching that much. Like, we got like new people, and I've been watching less YouTube now at work.
I found a channel called Bummer Drummer. It's one of. Go ahead.
No, you go. I got some.
It's an inside, not really an inside joke. It's just a joke from one of the Game Grumps episodes. They did a small little skit about a guy who's bummed out, who's also a drummer. He found all of the compilations from like 2013 forward. So he put them all in a playlist. It's like 70 episodes. So I've just been watching those. They're like an hour and a half. This is where all my time goes. It is Charlie Barron and Miles the You Betcha guy.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and...
I know those guys. They're in a bar. You're watching their bar podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I literally said it's the one from the bar.
But I don't remember. You can, once you
literally
say
said
that,
it's
then I'm like,
Charlie
I've seen
Barron
clips from
and
those.
Miles, what's his name?
Miles Obetcha. Yeah, betcha.
Yeah, but they...
What is it? Obetcha?
It's You Betcha.
You betcha. Yeah.
But they had to change it because apparently somebody had the other
What?
name. Somebody had...
Because it was supposed to be Oh You Betcha, and somebody took Oh You Betcha, so it's just the You Betcha guy.
But yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's those two's podcast, and they just...
They talk about random shit at the bar and their Midwest lives, and they field calls from Skype, I guess, honestly. And it's actually pretty fucking hilarious, the shit they get up
I've seen
to.
some clips.
Yeah, I love it. They're great. But it's advice from the Midwest.
Yep.
So, it's a good show.
Gonna move to the Midwest?
No. Too fucking cold.
Yep.
Maybe Montana. Is Montana Midwest?
That's colder.
Nah.
Yes, it
hot
is.
places. There's hot places in Montana.
Not in the winter, dude.
Not in the winter, but who lives in Montana in the winter? No, you buy a summer home. That's what all of them Californians
You gotta
do.
have a job so you can do summer home there, and
Yeah. Nah, my mom's getting a trailer. We'll just drive it up there for the summer.
so I'm gonna drive you up there, and then I fly back
Sure, if you want. Or you can stay up there for the summer.
with you.
Yeah.
Actually,
A
dude.
less fun
Actually,
broke
wait.
back- no.
Actually, not kidding, dude. My
Wait.
aunt and uncle own some land in Montana.
That's great, dude.
I'm not kidding. We could literally.
The trailer has 2 beds. They're separated,
I'm
too.
not kidding. We could literally stay up there with the not.
Let's
be
fucking go.
They would be like, I'd be like, can we come? They'd be like, hell yeah.
Let's do it. I'll bring the guns.
Yeah, we could go shooting for sure.
That's all I got. I got the trailer and the guns.
And the board games.
There we go. It's a toy box trailer, so that means you can open up the back because it's a ramp, and you can park like quads and shit in the trailer. It's pretty dope.
They might have. They're rich. They might have quads. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
All right.
I was gonna say, do they watch? Can we ask now?
Hey, can we...
Fuck no. They watch. Real quick before we start to wrap this up, I was seeing some TikToks about this chess tournament that was going on,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm into chess.
I hate you.
I've been watching like YouTube clips about chess.
I hate you.
I've been playing chess at work, dude. I started like
Gross.
playing chess, and like my boy Roger was like, he's like, "Oh, you played chess? Oh, fuck yeah!" So we're both playing chess at our own computers, and then he's like, he's playing it, dude, and he's like makes a move, and he's like, "Oh, fucking get it, bitch! Oh, fuck yeah! Didn't see that coming, did you?" And he like takes, he's like, "Got your queen, bitch! What you gonna do now, huh? Fuck you!" I'm like, Roger, calm down.
I was thinking on the way over here in the car. I was like, when was the last time I played chess?
We could play it fucking right after this.
Absolutely
Nick,
not.
chess.
No.
If you win, I'll drive you home.
You're gonna drive me home anyway.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
That's how. If you stay for game night, yeah.
Hey.
Well, that's how confident I am that you won't beat me.
Hey.
What?
They scored again. 35.
Did Aaron
yard
Jones
pass.
score?
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
No, you're kidding.
Aaron Jones pass from Jordan Love, 35 yards.
35. Yes.
Extra point is good.
26 points.
6:26 in the third, I think.
Let's go.
Yeah.
26 points.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Now.
Justin Fields scrambled for 2 touchdowns, so we still win. Scramble 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, we still win. And then we're good. Then I get my points. Yo, he with that one touchdown, he just bumped up my winning percentage by 10%.
Nice. Glad he could help. I'm fucking rooting for the Bears.
No, I'm rooting for Aaron Jones right now.
I know, but like, still want the Bears, you know.
Yeah.
I wish I brought my magic cards.
Yeah. Next time. All right. And we're done.
Nice. All right.
All right. Any gameplay. Oh, you don't want to do it?
Did you play?
Yeah.
You liar.
No, I played
you
it.
Fucking liar.
I played it.
You fucking liar. Did you boot it up, get to the menu, and then like turn it
No.
on? How far did you get?
Nick, I wanted to play that game so badly. Nick, I'm
How
playing
far?
that first level, and I'm like,
This
this is my shit, dude. I was like, I can play this. I could do this. I was like, I like this. It was like kind of hard, but not like crazy hard.
Answer the question.
And then I got stuck, and I fought this fucking boss 5 times, and I died 5 times.
Flynn, tell him how to beat it.
And then I quit the
Nice.
game.
Nice.
That's what happened. And I got mad and I quit.
Nice. You got farther than I did.
Really?
I didn't even download it.
Are you serious?
Nope.
Guys, the other night, like last Saturday, he went, "Oh, I'm gonna play it." He's like, "Oh, hold on, I gotta download the indie game." Last week, Saturday, he said, "I gotta download the indie game." Nick, last Saturday, you said you were gonna download the game.
Yeah, it was on my list. And then there was an update for Modern Warfare. And then I canceled the game. And I was like, he ain't going to play the indie game.
You wanted to play this one.
I did not. Flynn did. Flynn wanted us to play.
I have it recorded.
Flynn suggested it.
Yeah, and I said, let's do Ollie Ollie World.
Yeah. And I was just being contrarian. I was like, no, let's do the other one.
You said, like...
Yeah. I have no clue what game this is. Flynn was like, let's do this one. So I was like, let's do this one.
He's not playing him!
Well,
he's going to be on the podcast
neither
next.
am I.
He's going to be on the podcast next one. All right. Well, it was really...
Do we want to circle back and have that be the indie game indie game for when he's on?
Since
he suggested it?
Honestly, maybe. Will you play it?
Yeah. Don't even look at me like that. You missed the last, like, 2 or 3.
I missed a couple. I mean, just because that's your plan to do doesn't mean, like, it's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
Well, the original plan was, since it was going to be Flynn coming back. Is it Flynn coming back?
He's coming back next one or the one after?
Oh, he's coming back the one. Oh, shit, the one after.
It is the one
The last
after.
one was the one with 3.
Yeah.
So in 2. Okay. Do you want to just do this one again? I'd be okay. I will try the boss again, but...
Is he going to be on the next one?
No.
Do you want to have him on the one that... Okay, never mind. Sure.
Well, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
The plan was to have the same... Because it was Grow Home we played with him.
Mm-hmm.
And the next one was going to be... Whatever it's called. Grow
Up?
Grow Up.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, let's play that when Flynn comes back.
Okay. Do we want to buy Grow Up? Because it's not a plus game. Do we want to spend money on it? Or do we want to have him play a game we already have? He's got the money for it.
Yeah. All right, what game do you want to play this? Ollie Ollie World?
There we go. You said it was going to be the next one, so here we go. We'll circle back to, what was the game called again?
Death's Door.
Yep, sure.
All right, we'll do Death's Door next. Sorry,
Okay,
everybody. Sorry, anybody who followed along, which was nobody.
I didn't even. I thought it was Darkest Dungeon or something.
Did I write down what we were going to do this time?
I think the camera died.
No, 8:13, right?
I think the camera died. And we skipped that.
No, we did it. We did
Did
it
we
on the
do
other
it?
one. Yeah.
I don't remember.
No, 8:13. That's
don't
when we did
remember.
it last.
Yes. I don't remember what we said we were going to do.
No, I know. I have it right here. Yes. Okay. I put no game. You put Carcassonne, or I put Carcassonne. You put no game. Played Carcassonne once.
Hey, nice.
I said Spider-Man DLC. I did play it. One
I
time.
said.
Um,
Did I say Dark Cloud?
no, you put Monster Hunter, but I put CM9 Unster Hunter. Yeah, but you put Monster Hunter. You didn't play any of that.
I did a little bit, and then Gary came over and we played Magic. It wasn't really a lot, but I mean, I did play.
I
it.
said Hunger Games. Finally watched it.
Nice.
It was pretty good. You said something saved for movies, but
Mhm.
I guess you didn't watch one.
I didn't get the movie.
I put South Park. Didn't watch a single episode.
Checking.
I think I watched one. I might have watched one.
Oh.
You said Twisted Metal.
I did finish Twisted Metal. That was 3 weeks.
Was it
ago.
really good?
I really enjoyed it. I liked the twist they had at the
That
end.
was, that was 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right. And then Death's Door was the game, but we didn't do that.
Nope.
All right. Games. I want to try and play War Ring with Jordan again.
Okay. I'm talking about board games, right?
Yep.
I'm actually gonna have Gary come over a bit more. I'm gonna play test some of those decks. If I can play test the 3 that I have right now working, I'm gonna move on to new decks. So it's gonna be dinosaurs, spiders, and merfolk are the decks that I'm playing right now.
Did you do any more?
Deck building?
Yeah.
I didn't build anything new, but I am still playtesting the 3 that I have. I found out my spider deck.
I want to play Magic now.
All right. I found out my spider deck is completely land lopsided. I have it split down the middle, but I double checked, and only one of my creatures really requires swamp or black mana. So I got to pull out most of those and replace them.
All right.
Yeah. So, short story long, no.
Video game. I'm just going Spider-Man DLC.
So
Probably gonna play both of them, honestly.
So
There's 2 more.
there is a new Monster Hunter game coming out for mobile, made by the same guys that make Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be playing that. It's called Monster Hunter Now.
All right. Movie.
I still have Men Who Stare at Goats and Dog Soldiers. I'm probably
You
gonna
gonna
watch one of those. Yeah. Just because we're finished with One Piece now.
I'm gonna put just nothing because I'm putting nothing because I just watched a hella movie, so I'm gonna try and
Watch
do
more
other
shows.
stuff. Yeah.
luck.
And then TV shows. I'm just not gonna put anything, just
Mhm.
because I'm just gonna say South Park,
Yeah.
and then I'll watch any of it. Like I said before, I just need a head. I need like a smaller headset. I gotta go buy one. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna do it. I gotta go.
You got a headset right there.
That I'm willing to bring and leave at work.
You could.
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy a cheap one at like Walmart or something like that.
Okay.
Like a $20 like. I want one that goes over the ears because, like I said, my coworker Roger, that's my boy, but he just plays shit on the computer like loud out the speakers, and I'm like,
I probably have a pair of Skull Candies if you want them.
no, I want over the ear.
I got a pair of Skull Candies. I can let you borrow.
All right, TV show. Besides the last episode,
I was like, would that count? There was a different show I was watching. Oh, it's Demon Slayer. I'll probably, because they just put out the last season of Demon Slayer, or the second to last season. I'm probably gonna finish One Piece and watch Demon Slayer.
and then I'm gonna put Ollie World.
Okay.
Let's see if we play it.
Okay.
That was good.
Don't shake it up too much.
All right. Nick,
Yeah.
joke of the fortnight. Joke of the month.
Jeez, I had a whole month and I didn't even think about it. Come back to me.
How do I can't come back to you.
Well, you're looking up a joke, Vamp.
I'm going to my dad jokes Twitter page.
We'll cut this part out. I could say that joke from Boondock Saints, but it's probably pretty racist. Go for it.
So I've asked my grandpa, after 65 years together, you still called grandma darling, beautiful, and honey. What's the secret? He said, I forgot her name 5 years ago and I'm too scared to ask.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. All right. Do you have one or no?
It's kind of fucked up.
Cool. I don't, unless you.
I think one of my
You're
most
the one who might not want it out on.
I think one of my most fond memories is making sandcastles with my dad. And then my mom got mad I was messing with the urn.
It's funny because his dad's dead
Yep.
and cremated in an urn in his house,
Yep.
his mom's house. That's why it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Now you now that I've now that I've explained the
Now
joke
that I've
to
understood it to you.
Fuck. I was hoping to get away with it.
Never. Never. I'll fucking bully you around the ankles and drag you back.
All right.
This is Shasta Marker Man.
Nick, catchphrase.
I already started the outro.
All right, that was a lot of fun. That's a weird catchphrase. That could kind of work as a catchphrase maybe.
Already
Sometimes.
started the outro?
Yeah.
Say hi to your family and watch for them deer. It's a Midwest thing. It's our outro catchphrase.
I will not say hi to my family.
Okay, don't. But I offered.
God damn it. All right, that was a lot of fun, guys. We'll see. All right, that was a lot of fun, guys. Let's do this again. We'll see you next time. It's Jess Marmor. I don't know.
You know, if you slow down, maybe you'll get it all out without vomiting over it. How would that help? Are we doing a slow clap thing?
Woo! Let's go, Skyler!